Snowstorms, tornadoes, volcanoes, hurricanes, typhoon, and other extreme weathers happens when we least expect it. Have you ever wondered why it's happening? Does it occur to you that it might be global warming? Or what is global warming? You ever wonder what it is? Global warming is a beast that some people seem not to be feared by or threatened by it. Or why does global warming happen? Having real life situations that occur on a daily without realizing what is going on has opened my eyes to the climate changes and what is going on in regards to the reality of it. Earth's temperature is increasing, its effects can become harmful. It is a threat to humankind. As you know, according to National Geographic's channel, in 2014, it was named the hottest year in history. 2014 was the hottest spring, the hottest summer. Rising temperatures have increased drastically. It was just the rising temperatures, everything put into effect at all in 2014 made it the hottest year in history, according to the National Geographic. Glaciers are vanishing quickly. In Antarctica and other locations, all of the glaciers are melting really fast. And it's decreasing the amount of glaciers that are around the Earth, which can be a problem in the long term, according to the ozone layers and the way that it's formed up, and how what we do is polluting to the climate changes, and what we're doing on a daily basis can change that. And that's what I'm trying to get you to see, is some of the things that we do on a daily basis can change the way we pollute things. The plants and animals are becoming extinct on a daily basis. A list of endangered species. The leatherback sea turtles have been put on the list in the last 5 years, and they remain on the list. What I've noticed lately, bees. Bees were starting to become on the endangered species list. If there are things that are put into play to alleviate from us killing the bees, and why do we need the bees? And I think that's where people need a reality check on why we need bees. Yes, they're harmful when it stings you. Yes, some people are allergic to it, but there are other ways around it. I've noticed on the news recently how in Lawton, Oklahoma, there was a big beehive that fell from the tree and it landed in the road. And instead of people killing the beehives and doing what they had to do to get rid of it, they called the bee personnel to come out and collect all the bees up. And of course, the bees were surrounding the queen, and that's why they were all in one little area. And they had to collect all the bees, and they saved them. They didn't kill them. So that was a great way to save the climate in regards to all of it in the circle of the ecosystem and how it all falls into play. So I think that was a great place for us to think about why we do some of the things that we do, and why we call the beekeepers to come and collect the bees. Butterflies, monarch butterflies. Monarch butterflies have become lesser and lesser around. If you've noticed, it wasn't brought to my attention until my biology professor brought it up, how monarch butterflies are no longer being seen as much as they used to be. So I did some research on it, and I started looking around, and yes, they are starting to become an endangered species, where they're no longer you don't see them anymore. So that's something we have to, becomes a concern to me. It becomes a huge concern to me. When I was younger, we used to see about 50 of them, 60 of them a day. Now I only see maybe one, not even one a day outside. Plants. Without the plants, we don't have photosynthesis. Without photosynthesis, there will be no oxygen produced, which we need. We need oxygen to survive. So that's something we need to think about. Without having the plants, without having the photosynthesis, without having the oxygen, guess what? We're in danger. Us humans are in danger, and that is something you need to consider. Another thing, coral reefs. Coral reefs damages, and they're disappearing. Coral reefs are very beautiful. They're very beautiful, and people take for granted how beautiful they are. I've seen videos on YouTube how people are stepping on them, recording them. stepping on them can damage the coral reefs, and that's what we as people need to teach each other. Hey, stepping on coral reefs, it kills them. So that is a big thing I saw on coral reefs, and how they are a big part of the ocean. And yes, they are living organisms. Yes, there's other creatures that live in there, and we as people, we need to understand that there are animals that live in there and that feed off of it. It is like a circle of life, and I think coral reefs are a big part of the ocean, and we need to consider those as well. They are part of the ecosystem as well. The warmer ocean temperatures impacts the corals by prompting bleaching events. Bleaching has grew in the last 10 years as well. Bleaching, we're having warmer temperatures in the oceans, which kills the coral reefs. It impacts the coral. And I think when we explore coral reefs, or when we go fishing, when we go swimming, when we pollute, we're killing the coral reefs. So think about when you go fishing, think about when you see trash out in the ocean. Think about collecting it up instead of just letting it flow. The effects on weather takes a toll due to the global warming. We have extreme weather, we have tropical cyclones, the near-term projections, and the long-term projections. All of that, the weather personnel the meteorologists conduct a near-term and a short-term projection, which is the short-term is up to 2041. The long-term is from 2081 to 2100 years. So all of this is part of our kids' generation that we need to look out for. What we do on a daily basis will affect their generation, their kids' generation. Climate change can have an impact on agriculture and food production. So when you have flooding area, when it comes into a farm area, it damages all of the farm. And guess what? It's a loss. It's a loss for the farmers, as well as the modified products used to farm it instead of using all natural products. You see that a lot nowadays, where farmers are having a hard time using all natural products. Now they're using the modified GMOs. In conclusion, as you do your daily routines, as you drive to work or coming home from work or just running errands, think about your kids' future. Think about your future. Think about what you want for your grandkids, on how this weather impacts, on why it's coming down, on what we can do to make it better, on what we can do as a human being to protect us and to protect our kids. And if you don't have kids, just to protect our generation and what we're building. Everything that we can do can be changed. And think about polluting, think about the aerosols, think about recycling. Every little bit that you put into it can change. So think about that. Thank you.